Okay, I think it's recording now. This is a new camera, so bear with me. I'm trying to still figure things out, but hope everyone's doing well. I think this is episode 7, if I remember correctly. I haven't recorded one of these in a few weeks. I kind of just wanted to give it more time. I just woke up and I'm going to hit a core workout today. I've just been trying to be consistent, consistent with the diet. There have been some ups and downs lately. Certain things where I was just making excuses really. It's easy to make excuses. It's easy to justify, eating more, uh, not sticking to your diet. And at the end of the day, as terms of fat loss goes, that's the key is just sticking to your diet, sticking to your nutrition plan. If you say you're going to eat, for me, 2,200 calories a day, just sticking to 2,200 calories a day. And I think there's no real excuse. I mean, what I've started doing that's helping a lot is kind of backloading all my food, doing intermittent fasting and not eating until like after 12. So that way I have the bulk of my food in the afternoon and in the evening so that I'm not going to bed really hungry. Because what I was doing before was the opposite. I was eating most of my food, big meal, like for breakfast in the morning, and then you kind of get hungry at night, and then it's easy to just overeat, do some late night snacking. Your willpower gets lower, you're tired, you're hungry. So just little changes like that. There's no excuse for me to be snacking when I know I can just adjust my meal timing and whatnot. Uh, Another thing that I've been focusing on is just eating my protein and my fats first, eating the carbs last. So that way uh, I just get fuller. I have more food in my belly to digest. Protein and fats digest a lot slower than carbs. So your insulin spike is actually a lot lower than if you just eat a meal full of carbs. And what's going to happen is your blood sugar isn't going to spike as much, which is going to lead to less cravings overall. So you're going to be getting less hunger signaling in your brain. And it's, yeah, just like eating the same things over and over, uh, or the same types of things, just whole foods, lean protein, ground beef, ground turkey, salmon, chicken breast, eggs, right? Just kind of have a little menu of the basics. You can have rice, you can have whole wheat bread, things like that. I'll have Greek yogurt, mix it with some berries, some granola, maybe some honey or something. Just have a little menu of foods that you can eat and that you can actually enjoy and stick to consistently. Because if you don't have that, you're kind of going to be wondering, what should I eat every single day? You're going to be having to make all these decisions about what you should eat. And that will slowly erode your willpower over time. Versus if you wake up every day and you know generally the types of food you're going to eat and you already have most of them cooked already in the fridge, you don't have to have it portioned out like an individual meal, but just have a big Tupperware of all the meat that you cooked, all the rice that you cooked, and then you can just put it on a plate and warm it up, and it's ready to go. I think that helps a lot, just really simplifying everything and making all your decisions easier. I said I was going to do a core workout today. I'm trying to do that at least twice a week. I am kind of on a lifting routine right now where this deep into the cut, I don't have as much energy. So I'm trying to conserve as much energy as possible, do like a Mike Menser style where I just go really hard, really intense for one lifting session, and then I rest for like almost the entire week. So it only ends up being like 1 or 2 lifting sessions per week. But I'm trying to add in a couple core workouts, direct core workouts in addition to that, just to build overall stability and strength. And then, yeah, of course, it'll be more aesthetic as well with the six pack muscles and the oblique muscles. But I think overall it's just better for your posture. It's better for your joint health, your spinal health. Like it's just good for health overall, and you feel better, and yeah, you look better aesthetically. So I just keep it pretty simple. I'm trying to focus on like the deeper stabilizer muscles, like the TVA, which is like the lower ab area. And then I do a little bit of work for the six pack as well, just like some crunches and stuff, but nothing too crazy. I think that abs aren't something that you need to like overly focus on, but it's also not something that you should ignore. It's very important to have just like straight up core strength. So maybe I'll make another video. This is the thing is like I can make these videos and update you on like what I'm doing, but it's like I actually have to do it for a longer period of time before I actually see results with it. So it's kind of hard to say like what is working and what isn't. I mean, obviously being consistent with my nutrition is working, but like with this core routine, I've only done it like once. So I can't really say that it's something that you should try yet because I need to do it for longer and see if I can get more results with it. But other than that, yeah, it's literally just the same thing. This is why I haven't made an update video in a minute because there's no real changes. It's like you just have to be consistent and with your nutrition, with your sleep, with your exercise. There's going to be some days where, some weeks even where it feels like you're not making progress. There's going to be some weeks where it feels like your weight is staying the same or you're not seeing any visual changes. And that can be tough. You know, that can take a toll on your mental health. That can take a toll on your level of consistency because you're not feeling motivated now. You're like, I'm doing all this work. I'm feeling hungry. I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling weak. And I'm not getting the results I want. So what's even the point? And I've had that so many times. And that's why it's easy to then like kind of backslide a little bit. And that's what leads to inconsistency, which ironically makes everything take longer. Whereas if I had just toughed it out for an extra week or two, like then you would start to see the scale drop. I would start to see the bloating and the fat reduce even more. And so it's really just a matter of patience. Like, I don't think fat loss is overall a hard process, but it's doing it for a long enough amount of time to see results that is a hard process and that can take a toll on, you know, mental health, physical health, just motivation as a whole. But I'm slowly getting there. I haven't been weighing myself because I just feel like the scale weight fluctuates so much and it's not as important as, you know, progress pictures, as waist measurements, as the way the clothes are actually fitting on you. So I'll take a waist measurement soon and take some new progress pictures, just to kind of compare to my old ones. But other than that, it's no really new updates. Just wanted to record this video and yeah, just get more practice recording in. I don't know if I'll upload this or not, but it's good to be getting these reps in, just speaking to the camera and just letting my thoughts flow.